A light spark in darkness. This time around, I'm going to start the event stages with TB-6. The challenge condition states that 8 tiles on the battlefield are no longer available for deployment. Let's first take a look at the enemies. So most of them are from the event of A Walk in the Dust, with the exception of the bulldozers. These guys got very high HP, very high attack, but the weakness is going to be on arts damage. And they can only be blocked by operators with 3 or more block. Now because of their very high attack, I'm not going to try to block them all that much. We're just going to use a borrowed 6-star in order to try to remove all of these bulldozers away from the map. Alright? Now for all the other enemies, they are generally weaker to physical damage, as you see from their low defense. 2 of them have special abilities for you to note. So the tactical crossbowman leader is able to spawn drones. So whenever you place an operator down, whoever is closest to his range will become the target of a drone spawn. And these drones are able to fire grenades that can reduce the defense of everyone around. So this is going to be a very tricky drone to kind of deal with in the stage. We don't want them to be in range of where we place most of our operators. So baiting these drones will be quite an essential thing to do later on. And then you've got the anti-armor infantry. So these guys, if you've played Crimson Solitaire enough, you will have seen them. They can fire a grenade basically at someone who is closest to their range, which is dealing AoE physical damage. So same idea, we don't want to bait their grenade in a way where it's in range of everybody else that we put into the map. Alright? So that's all you guys need to note. Now the way I'm going to do this video is a bit special. There are 2 parts to it. The first part of the video, I'm going to do the classic have 1 6-star, borrow 1 6-star and have other operators of lower rarity into the squad, so that it's easy for you guys to change out for your higher rarity operators that you guys like. But there's going to be a second part to the video where I show you guys the miraculousness of Ling, where I'm going to solo this stage with only Ling and also doing it in the challenge mode as well. So let's do the first part of the video. You'll want to borrow a Eyjafjalla at skill 3 and 3. If you don't have that, please borrow from a friend. If you don't have a friend with that, come to my Discord server, you can add someone over there. Then next up, you want a healing defender. Make sure it's someone that always constantly self-heal. So Gumi is an example. No, Blemishine, Saria are also other examples you guys can consider. Then have another defender. So this defender is just there in order to add block count onto your Popuka. Because Popuka is not a very strong Centurion. If you're using stronger people, I don't think you need the Beagle. But because of that, to compensate, I'm just adding more block count. So this defender, I don't care who it is, as long as it's a defender or even if it's a guard, that will work just fine as well. A Vanguard might also be okay. Then this Centurion that I've mentioned right here, this is to deal physical damage onto all those physical damage weak enemies. So if you have other guards in mind, don't really matter the branch. If you want to bring a Lord, you want to bring a Dreadnought guard, I'm perfectly fine with that as well. Then Cruz is over here to add more damage to the stage. This sniper in particular doesn't need to be anyone, doesn't need to be specifically these marksman snipers themselves. If you want to bring some short range ones, you want to bring those dead-eye snipers or heavy shooters, please go ahead. Alright? You only need 1 medic in the stage, a single target medic will do, or if you want an AoE one, I'm also okay with that. And then have someone to beat the drones as I've mentioned, so that's why there's a gravel over here. Just need a Elite 1 gravel, doesn't need to be Elite 2. Okay? 7 operators in the stage. If you have other operators in mind to make the stage easier for you, please go ahead and do so. If you think you need some Vanguards, you want to use more 6-stars over here, yes, that's gonna be okay. I gave you all these free slots for a reason. Let's play the stage. TB-6, Bestiering Council. Now, watch the deployment order that I choose to put over here. Alright, I'm gonna place the medic first, followed by my sniper that is facing upwards. Now by facing my sniper upwards, I make it such that my Cruz, who typically shoots at drones, she's only going to focus on the top lane now because of the way that I point her. Then next up I place Popuka, and then I'm going to have Eyjafjalla in the stage. I'll describe more about the deployment order on the left later. You'll see its significance. Now I have Eyja right over there, and then bait the drone, coming in with your gravel. Let's turn on Eyja's skill to remove the bulldozers. Alright, gravel has eaten quite a bit of bombs. Let's trade it out for a healing defender on the top right there. And then you can remove Eyja. As I mentioned, add some block count behind Popuka in case anybody were to go past her. So the remaining things for you to do now is just to bait the drones. So another drone is coming in. let him just spawn the drone right over on this tile so that he doesn't go hurting everyone on the top left there. So because of the deployment order that I chose, where I put the medic first, followed by the sniper, the centurion, and then afterwards the defender, this way I'm letting the healing pressure to be a lot smaller or easier to handle for Ansel, because I'm putting my operators in ascending defense, basically. Feel free to turn on any of your operator skills if you want to. Let's beat the drone again. Alright, so you see two bulldozers in the stage now. This is a signal for you to place an Eyjafjalla right over here. Don't worry, she's gonna survive the sniper just alright. Then, once you see that there is a fourth bulldozer that is inching right behind Ansel, this is a signal for you to turn on Eyjafjalla skill. Then please feel free to place a gravel there to beat the drones again, as per usual. And then there you go, that's the beauty of this stage. If you do happen to have any bulldozers who still choose to leak, then you can put some other casters maybe on the top right, or simply add like some guards to fill up the little bit of damage that you're missing. So let me just turn on Papuga's skill, and this is how I clear TB-6 CM pretty easily. Only 7 operators. Now, let's turn it up a notch, play the same stage, and we're gonna do this with only the very special Ling. So, let's go to challenge mode, and then Ling we go. So this is skill 3 M3 Ling that I'm using right over here with a module attached to it in order to lower the cost of the summons. If you do want to take this strategy to use and you're bringing a Ling that doesn't have a module, I do advise you to bring a Vanguard so that you can deploy the summons much better. Alright? So, we're gonna place the dragons in a way that at the choke points of the stage. So one of the choke points would be this very corner right over here. So we'll have a dragon right over there. And then afterwards, we're gonna place another dragon right at the top right area where we were baiting the grenade launchers just now. Now, the mechanics of dragon pairs really well at this stage. Because the smaller forms only have 2 block, this is why you see that they are letting the bulldozers just run past them. Now let's build a higher form. So there's a higher form right over here on the bottom left. I'm not going to turn on any skill yet. So the block count is just so sweet to the point that the bulldozer actually runs past. And then I'm going to build another higher form on the top right there. And then let's turn on Ling's skill in order to kill those bulldozers. Now, Ling's dragons work so well in this stage, especially because of the high stats that the dragon have. If you're unaware, when you build a higher form, the attack goes up insanely high, and by the way, this is a AoE arts damage attack. So 2248 that's going on right now, with a pretty good defense of 577. But that's also because there's a drone attacking it. I just forgot about the drone. Without the drone attacking it, it's actually at 1154, which is insanely high. Now I'm gonna put another smaller dragon right over here, behind. And then we're gonna see this higher form on the bottom left going down pretty soon, because it's very low on HP, thanks to the drones lowering its defense. So this bulldozer is very likely to destroy the higher form on the bottom left, but no problem with that. We'll build a new higher form right over here, just like that. And then I'm gonna turn on Ling's skill. And I'm gonna place a smaller dragon right over there as well. Now another higher form has gone down, but that's okay. Let's build a new higher form, just like that. Alright. It's looking good so far. I'll place a small dragon here so that we add a bit more block count. And then I can build a new higher form if I need to. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to focus on building a new higher form. I'm going to focus on killing this guy. And let's turn on Ling's skill just to do all of those arts damage. So there's definitely more than just this one solution to deploy Ling, but this is simply showing you guys that Ling can perfectly solo this stage, and it's even in challenge mode as well. So that is impressive of her. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. I shall move on to TB7 in the next video. See you there.